Homeward Bound Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. The Vindication of God's Character. November 7th. Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you. John chapter 17, verse 1. But the plan of redemption had a yet broader and deeper purpose than the salvation of humanity. It was not for this alone that Christ came to the earth. It was not merely that the inhabitants of this little world might regard the law of God as it should be regarded, but it was to vindicate the character of God before the universe. To this result of his great sacrifice, its influence upon the intelligences of other worlds as well as upon man, the Saviour looked forward to when, just before his crucifixion, he said, "Now is judgment come to this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me." John chapter 12, verse 31 and 32. The act of Christ in dying for the salvation of mankind would not only make heaven accessible to men and women, but before all the universe it would justify God and his Son in their dealing with the rebellion of Satan. It would establish the perpetuity of the law of God and would reveal the nature and result of sin. From the first, the great controversy had been upon the law of God. Satan had sought to prove that God was unjust, that his law was faulty, and that the good of the universe required it to be changed. In attacking the law, he aimed to overthrow the authority of its author. In the controversy, it was to be shown whether the divine statutes were defective and subject to change, or perfect and immutable. When Satan was thrust out of heaven, he determined to make the earth his kingdom. When he tempted and overcame Adam and Eve, he thought that he gained possession of this world because he said, "They have chosen me as their ruler." He claimed that it was impossible that forgiveness should be granted to the sinner, and therefore the fallen race were his rightful subjects and the world was his. But God gave his own dear Son, one equal with himself, to bear the penalty of transgression and thus to provide a way by which they might be restored to his favor and brought back to their Eden home. Christ undertook to redeem mankind and rescue the world from the grasp of Satan. The great controversy begun in heaven was to be decided on the very world, on the very same field that Satan claimed as his. Thank you for listening. This is your daily devotional. We hope you can join us again tomorrow. Homeward Bound.